All right. Significant situation in romantic love you're going to be dealing with. We have the Seven of Pentacles. So for singles, this is about assessing the situation, considering whether it's time to get out there, considering whether it's time to, start dating again or pursue the person that you're interested in or is interested in you. You're assessing your situation in romantic love, and you're also doing some kind of soul searching, assessing where you're at and if you're ready to move forward. For those of you in romantic connections, you or your love interest with the Seven of Pentacles is assessing the situation and seeing if it's time to move forward with them or to release this completely and move on. Also, with the Seven of Pentacles, this is about assessing the situation and seeing if the situation can be saved and what exactly needs to be done in order for it to, manifest the way that you or they would like, okay? Challenge, obstacle, but there is a pause. Challenge, obstacle, or blockage you face in regards to the situation. We have the Hanged Man. In this deck, it's the Hanged Muse. So the challenge here is, and with the Hanged Man, a Pisces as well as a Cancer, Scorpio may be significant, but the challenge is someone, now this is speaking to singles, for you to just take the plunge and stop assessing the situation, to surrender control and go for it. For those in romantic connections, the challenge would be either yourself or your love interest surrendering to the connection. Stop trying to control it. Stop trying to slow it down or move it forward. Someone needs to surrender, let go, and give into the connection. But that is the main challenge that you face. Perhaps that's why you are assessing the situation, because it's not moving forward, because someone is taking a pause. This is major stagnant energy with the Seven of Pentacles and the Hanged Man, okay? So someone may be assessing the situation because the other person, is not making a move. They're not surrendering to the connection. Alternatively, it could be that, because it's not manifesting the way that you would like, you have taken a pause and you are assessing everything. But whether this speaks to singles or, well, let's put it this way. For singles, the pause needs to, there's no more need for waiting and assessing. There's a real need for surrender and going for it, okay? And stop trying to control the situation, because it is a manifestation of doubt and fear. Those in a romantic connection, whether this is speaking to Aquarius or Crosswatcher, there is a need. Someone needs to surrender to the connection. Stop trying to, control the situation or fight it. There is a need to let go and give in. Core issue but it's challenging. Core issue of the situation with the Ten of Swords. So the reluctance to give in, both for singles, this applies to singles as well as those in romantic connections. For singles, the reason why there's so much apprehension, pause, analysis, reluctance to take a plunge and surrender again to dating, love, putting yourself out there. With the Ten of Swords, you're holding on to a lot of past pain, but this is past pain. You did experience a lot of betrayal, a sense of ruin, and a lot of pain, okay? But that event is over, but the problem is you're still holding on to all of that. And that's, as I said, manifesting as analysis paralysis, being too practical, too careful, trying to control the situation so you don't get hurt again. Understandable, but the situation is done. That pain is over, and therefore that trauma and that pain you're holding on to needs to be released so you can have clarity, a sense of freedom, and move forward. For those of you in romantic connections, the core issue of all of this stagnation and assessment and refusal to surrender, whoever's part is whatever, whatever position I just mentioned, someone has been through a lot of pain and suffering and a sense of defeat and ruin, and they are still, though that event is over, holding on to all of that pain. And there is a fear, there's so much pain and emotional baggage, and there's a fear that it'll happen again, and there has not been processing and release of that pain. That is why someone's unable to move forward. Significant past, which has led to the current situation, we have the Ace of Swords. So with the Ace of Swords, there was either some kind of communication or some idea and a sense of clarity, right? Though temporary, I feel, of, okay, it's time. Now, for singles, it's time to get back out there. Okay, that's the past. However, when it came to actually executing and getting back out there or pursuing the person who's interested in you or who you're interested in, now all of a sudden a lot of apprehension and, being careful. And as I said, analysis paralysis starts to kick in because the fear kicks in. For those of you who are in romantic connection, someone was certain, maybe there was communication, but there was certainty. Yes, this is it. I like it. I'm going to move forward. And as I said, someone's old pain and fear kicked in, and now there's stagnation. Someone's refusing to surrender, and maybe the other person is now assessing the situation and saying, maybe it's time to cut my losses and move on, or can I do anything? What can I do to move this forward? And alternatively, those in romantic connections, it could be you who is just assessing the situation, trying to control it, trying to, find a way forward that feels safe and comfortable and controlled. But there needs to be a release of that because someone, if not both people, are majorly holding up the situation. But it does come down to one person's old emotional pain and baggage that they haven't released. Where you're at currently, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually in regards to the situation, Aquarius, we have the Emperor. This is Aries energy and, could possibly be Taurus as well. However, with the Emperor, I always think Taurus kind of energy as well as, of course, it's Aries energy, but I always get like a Taurus vibe. And I know a lot of readers do from the Emperor. Anyway, so this could be, for those of you in romantic connections, your energy, because this is a general reading, but this could also be your love interest energy, okay? And for singles, this could be your energy, but this could also be the person who you had your eye on or are interested in, or someone who's interested in you's energy, okay? So keep that in mind. This is not necessarily your energy. Your energy may show up in the next card. So with the Emperor, someone is wanting to step up, take control of the situation, and really, manifest and establish solid connection or relationship or a solid love life, whether that's for singles or for those in romantic connections. For those specifically in romantic connections, this could be your energy, as I said, or your love interest energy, but someone is wanting to step up and have that connection be solidified, and they want action and they want things to move forward. Where your love interest energy, where your love interest is currently, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually in regards to you and in regards to the situation. And again, this could be your energy, Aquarius. We have the Page of Swords. Okay, so with the Page of Swords, this is air energy. This could be pointing to of course, a fellow Aquarius, a Gemini, or a Libra. But with the Page of Swords, someone is really guarded and uncertain and not trusting and feels like they don't have the whole picture, and therefore they can't make a decision yet. They're not feeling safe. Okay. For singles, if this is your energy, you're not feeling certain and safe, and therefore you're very wary and you're not pulling the trigger in moving forward in romantic love. For those of you in romantic connections, whether this is your energy or your love interest energy, someone is keeping tabs on the other person. They're not feeling fully safe. They are guarded. They're wary. They feel like they don't have all the information and they're not certain. And there is a real energy of like, you know, guardedness and wariness and possibly suspicion, possibly distrust. But the essence of the Page of Swords is this person doesn't feel comfortable and doesn't feel safe because they don't know. They feel they don't know all the information to make a decision. And it does point to the fact, singles as well as those in romantic connections. Aquarius, if this is not your energy, someone's definitely keeping tabs on you. And, you know, alternatively, you could be definitely keeping tabs on someone else. Checking their social media, asking about them, so on and so forth. Where this is headed, very nice. Very nice. Okay, so where this is headed, for those of you who are single with the Eight of Swords, you're moving from a place of stagnation, fear, and being terrified and overwhelmed, okay, where there's a lot of mental, like, negative thinking and being scared, and what about this, and what about this, and I'm not ready, and what if I get turned down, and moving from that energy to putting in the effort and actively moving forward, getting out there, you know, whatever it means to you. The Eight of Pentacles, though, is consistent effort, right, to build something that's lasting. So this could point to dating, dedicating yourself to dating, signing up for dating sites, meeting, you know, letting your friends set you up for that blind date, pursuing that person that you're interested in, accepting that invitation from that person who's interested in you. But you are going to be consistently and in a real dedicated way making a decision and actively engaging and trying to get back out there, moving from fear to, you know what, I do want this, and you're putting your back into it and getting back out there. It's very nice. Now, for those of you in romantic connections, whether it's reconciliation, whether it's a connection that hasn't fully materialized, whether it is a connection that has materialized, but it is like stagnant, someone, whoever the person is who has been holding this up because they've been holding on to a lot of pain, they are moving from a place of a lot of fear and doubt and feeling stuck and terrified to actively pursuing, okay, and making this connection work and building this connection as something lasting in a life partnership kind of way. There's going to be whoever was afraid, pulling away and not putting in the effort. They are going to be putting in a lot of effort and consistency to make this connection manifest. For some of you who are in a connection but not a relationship, for others of you, they're going to be putting in consistent effort to make it work. For those of you who are having a difficult time, and for those of you who are dealing with breakup situations, someone is going to be putting in the effort to reconcile. So moving from a place of, you know, fear and a lot of pain and having clarity, because they are going to be going within and realizing, I do actually want this, and there's going to be consistent show of effort from that person. So beautiful. Let's see what your oracle cards have to say. Message for Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus regarding romantic love. Message for Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus or Cross Watcher regarding romantic love. I tell you, this card has been coming up so much. I don't think I've ever seen the Twin Flames card come up this much. Usually, you know, in, let's say, like a couple months of like 100 readings per month, it'll come up maybe once or twice. It has come up so much this month.